Hi, plain old Chuck here. I wanted to bring you a real quick kind of reminder video as soon as the dogs quiet down a little bit of things that I learned or should have learned like 30 years ago, but either forgot or what. Either forgot or just ignored. Yesterday I took a little walk behind the house here in the woods, probably only maybe half a square mile or so. It's not very big. Looking for some mushrooms and nibbling around. And I hadn't been back here for a couple of years. And it was just amazing how much this past winter, how much the storm damage was done back here. So many blowdowns, and it's really hard to walk through and stuff. But that brings me to one of my first lessons. I was taught years ago, probably 30 years ago, never step on something that you can step over. It's always been a cardinal rule of mine. Well, yesterday there was a grapevine hanging probably about a foot off the ground from one tree to another, and I thought I could just smash it down with brute force. And I stepped on it, and as soon as I stepped on it, I seen a pair of boots in front of me, and I recognized them as being my boots right away. And as soon as I realized that they were my boots, my back hit the ground. I mean, I didn't even slow down. That's not too bad when you're 27 years old, but when you're 67, it gets to be a bit of a problem. I laid there for a second thinking, I wonder what's broke, but then I rolled over and everything was fine. So I must still be a little resilient. Bones must not be too brittle yet. But that was the first lesson, something that I've learned long ago, and I should have heeded to, and I didn't. But I won't do it again. I spent the rest of my day stepping over things. So the second thing, real quick, that I wanted to bring up are these walking sticks. I usually use a wooden walking stick that I carve, but this one's kind of convenient. I think it's called a bog pog or something, and it's collapsible. Remember that. It's a collapsible thing. Comes up pretty compact. Plus it's got different heads that you can change. You can put, it's got a compass and several different things you can put on the top, but it's got this camera mount that you can also use, which makes it nice if you don't have a tripod in the woods and you're taking a walk. You can always screw your camera on there and stick it in the ground, lean it up against a tree or something. So it's always worked out pretty well for me. I don't use it that often, but when I do, it's worked out good. The main problem with them is the word collapsible. Now, yesterday after my fall, I was being pretty cautious and using my walking stick and poking around looking for mushrooms, and I kind of lost my balance and I stuck this pole down, and guess what? It did what it's supposed to do. It collapsed. So that's another little thing. Don't depend on collapsible poles to hold you up all the time. I imagine if I probably didn't have it locked securely, but just a couple little hints, little short video with a couple little hints. Always step over whatever you can, and don't trust collapsible poles. We'll talk to you later. Take care.